So Marvel just dropped the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. 718 million views in 24 hours. 718 million. That's not a movie trailer. That's a hostage situation. And Peter Parker? Still sad. Still alone. Still a broke college kid who lives next door to the girlfriend who doesn't remember him. Bro has been through 3 movies, saved the entire multiverse, erased himself from existence, and his reward is a 1-bedroom apartment in Queens. Stark gave this man nothing. But here's the thing. I actually think this movie might go different. And to prove it, I need to do something no one on YouTube has had the guts to do properly. Rank every single Spider-Man movie. Brutally, honestly, chaotically. From the absolute bottom of the barrel to the one that genuinely changed cinema. Let's get into it. Okay, so first, Brand New Day. The trailer. Peter Parker is alone, broke, and apparently his powers are now evolving, mutating, glitching out. The Punisher is in it. John Bernthal with that face that looks permanently annoyed at the concept of breakfast. Scorpion's back. The Hulk shows up, and Sadie Sink is in it, which means the internet has already decided she's either Mary Jane, Jean Grey, or a Skrull. She could be playing a barista, and people would make a theory video about it. Now look, I'm cautiously optimistic. The director Destin Daniel Cretton made Shang-Chi, which had a third act that looked like someone rendered a PS2 cutscene in IMAX, but the character stuff, genuinely great. And Peter Parker living totally alone, nobody knows who he is? That's not a superhero premise. That's an existential crisis premise, which means either this is the best Spider-Man movie ever made, or it's 2 hours of Tom Holland crying into a microwave burrito. No middle ground. All right, here are the rules. We are ranking every theatrically released live-action Spider-Man movie. No Into the Spider-Verse, that movie is above ranking. It exists on a different plane. We don't touch it. It's sacred. We're talking the Raimi trilogy, the Amazing Spider-Man duology, and the McHugh trilogy. 7 movies, 1 ranking. 0 chill. Let's start at the bottom. Number 7, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This movie is what happens when a studio takes a spreadsheet and tells it to write a screenplay. We've got Electro, Jamie Foxx painted blue, whose entire motivation is that Spider-Man was nice to him once and then forgot him at a party. We've got the Green Goblin, who Sony somehow decided should look like a Victorian boy who got bit by a goblin, fried his own blood, and turned up to prom. We've got the Rhino in a mech suit for 4 minutes total. There are 3 villains, a father conspiracy subplot, a romance arc, a death scene designed to break your heart, and a post-credits scene for a different movie that never got made. It's a cinematic garage sale. Everything is on the table. Nothing is priced correctly. You leave feeling vaguely robbed. The only good thing in it is Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, who had so much chemistry together that you almost forget the movie around them is actively collapsing. Almost. Number 6, Spider-Man 3. Now I know what you're thinking. This should be last. And look, you're not entirely wrong. The jazz club scene alone should be considered a war crime. Peter Parker gets infected by Venom, and his response is to dye his hair sideways and start bothering women at piano bars. The Venom symbiote apparently makes you specifically emo. But here's the thing. The Sandman origin scene? Genuinely beautiful. One of the best scenes in any superhero movie ever. Thomas Hayden Church acting his heart out while his body dissolves into sand on a low budget? Devastating. And Raimi clearly didn't want Venom in this movie. Sony forced him. It shows in every single frame. So yes, the movie is a mess. But it's a mess made by an artist being strangled by a studio, and you can feel the struggle. That's not nothing. It's still bad, but it's interesting bad. Number 5, The Amazing Spider-Man. This one gets more hate than it deserves. Is it necessary? No. They rebooted Spider-Man 5 years after Spider-Man 3. Nobody asked for this. Is Andrew Garfield a better Peter Parker than the comics? Arguably, yes, which is infuriating because the movies wasted him. He's awkward, funny, emotionally raw, but in a real way, not a performed way. The chemistry with Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy is so good, it makes you sad in retrospect. The Lizard is fine. He's a giant Seegi lizard who wants to turn New York into lizard people. Solid Tuesday afternoon villain energy. The real crime of this movie is the skateboarding intro, which makes Peter Parker look like a 2012 Mountain Dew ad. But as a character study of a lonely, grieving, sarcastic kid, it actually works. Just don't ask why the eyes on the suit are adjustable. Nobody knows. Number 4. Spider-Man: Far From Home. Let me be honest, this movie gets overshadowed. It came out right after Endgame and everyone was still emotionally concussed from that, so Far From Home kind of just existed. But it's sneakily great. Mysterio is one of the best McHugh villains. Full stop. Jake Gyllenhaal playing a fraud who makes people believe in magic through projection and illusion? That's a metaphor for Hollywood itself. The sequence where Mysterio traps Peter inside the illusions is legitimately disorienting cinema. I don't say that lightly. The ending, Peter's identity getting revealed to the entire world, was the most genuinely brave thing the MQ had done in years. And then No Way Home immediately reset it. But for about 6 minutes, it felt like real consequences. For the MQ, that's practically revolutionary. Number 3, Spider-Man: Homecoming. This is the high school Spider-Man movie we always deserved and never got. The Raimi films technically had high school Peter, but treated it like a 10-minute setup before the real adult superhero stuff. Homecoming actually commits to the bit. Peter is 15. He's texting Happy Hogan, who absolutely does not care. He's vlogging his own superhero adventure like a socially anxious YouTuber. Michael Keaton as the Vulture is quietly one of the best MQ villains. A blue-collar guy just trying to provide for his family by stealing alien tech. And the car scene where Peter slowly realizes he's sitting next to Liz's dad, the look on Tom Holland's face, that's acting. Actual human fear. No chi-gi required. The only thing holding this movie back is the training wheels plot device. Tony Stark literally puts restrictions on Peter's suit. It's a good metaphor. It's also a little on the nose. But as an origin-adjacent movie about a kid figuring out who he is, it absolutely slaps. Number 2, Spider-Man 2. The gold standard, the benchmark, the movie that every superhero film for the next 15 years was trying to be. For 20 years, people have been saying Spider-Man 2 is the greatest superhero movie ever made, and 20 years later, they're still not entirely wrong. Doc Ock is a tragedy, not just a villain. A good man who loses himself to his own creation. And Alfred Molina plays it with so much humanity that you want him to win even as he's trying to murder your main character. The train fight is still the best action sequence in any Spider-Man film. Full stop. No conversation. And the scene where Peter loses his powers, where he just wants to be normal, is more emotionally complex than anything the MQ has ever attempted. This movie understood something most superhero films still don't. The mask isn't the interesting part. What's under the mask is. The only reason it's not number 1, because number 1 did something even Spider-Man 2 couldn't touch. Number 1. Spider-Man. 2002. Sam Raimi. Tobey Maguire. The one that started it all. And I don't mean that in a "it was first so it gets credit" way. I mean it was genuinely, confidently, emotionally correct. It understood that Spider-Man isn't a power fantasy. It's a responsibility story. With great power comes great responsibility sounds like a bumper sticker. But Raimi made you feel it. Uncle Ben dying because Peter chose to do nothing, that guilt never leaves him. It lives in the whole movie. And Tobey Maguire's face, people make fun of it, they meme the crying, they mock the dramatic pauses, but go back and watch it. He looks genuinely lost, genuinely scared, genuinely overwhelmed by something he never asked for. That's the character. A kid who didn't want this, who keeps losing people, who keeps showing up anyway. Spider-Man 2 perfected the formula, but this movie created it. And nothing that came after, not the reboots, not the Menkyu, not even No Way Home with its multiverse nostalgia trip, has managed to make you feel that sense of discovery again. The first time. The real first time. That belongs to 2002. So where does Brand New Day fit when it drops July 31st? Here's my prediction. If Marvel actually commits to the premise, Peter alone, no Avengers safety net, powers mutating, real emotional stakes, it lands top 3. Easy. If it turns into another quirky mentor figure shows up, there's a third-act CG battle, everything is fine by the end Marvel product, it's going in between Far From Home and Homecoming where it belongs, and we'll all pretend it was fine. The ingredients are there. Lonely Peter Parker. A villain lineup that's genuinely threatening. A director who actually cares about character. A title pulled from one of the darkest Spider-Man comic arcs ever written. But Marvel has the ability to take the most fascinating premise in the world and sand it down until it's smooth enough to put on a lunchbox. So, we wait, because here's the thing about Spider-Man that every version of this character eventually gets to: he keeps going. No money. No recognition. People he loves don't even know his name. And he still shows up every single time. If Brand New Day understands that, it doesn't need to be the biggest movie of the summer. Just the truest one. Drop your ranking in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong about Spider-Man 3. I won't read it, but tell me anyway.